All right, guys. Today, well, it's still Saturday. It's evening for me, and it's binarySword.com. Actual mystery contest. Let's see if it goes well, because I can't say that I had a lot of practice recently. But what I can say is that we can actually make myself bigger, I believe, this time around. Although not that bigger, probably something like that. I hope it actually works, I'm not sure. That's pretty complicated, you know. And I can place this maybe here. Yeah, should be good. So we have 20 seconds left. I don't know. First three questions are usually easy, and then it's like whether do you get idea to Q4 immediately after some time, or you don't get it at all. I mean, 1 hour is not long intro, so. Do I have to refresh? Oh no, okay. Oh, come on, really? Yes, I refreshed just at the moment when it loaded. Begin a list of integer, we want to return number of pairs such that sum is equal to 2 to the power of k for some. Oh, that's actually classic. Is it though? Wait. Yeah, I mean, it should be good. You can actually, wait, just. Okay. Can I make it like this? No, I should have learned more Python before doing this stuff. It's not k, it is for k in variable. Oh, shoot. Am I too slow? Don't tell me that I'm too slow. It would be a shame. Do I have to already rewrite in C++ or is it gonna work in Python? Yeah, I guess I just don't understand what's going on. I hope it worked in, I don't know. What? It runs the wrong code. Come on, the correct code was different, whatever. I mean, I made some changes, but it reruns the last code, which is clearly stupid. Whatever, no, I don't think it's good. And why do I, like, every time that I want to record, just something breaks at binarySword.com. Honestly, it feels real like this. I will hope that we don't get any stupid overflows because the return type is int either way, so Why would you care? You probably have to sort it. That's a shame. Like I don't even know if it worked or didn't, but I still have to rewrite it because it just doesn't want to run anything. It's gonna be alright, though. I mean, like 10-20 minutes in, we're gonna see some like you're getting either. I guess it should be fine. The only thing that's not trivial, I guess, here. And then because I don't want to change the size during iteration, obviously. Can I actually wait? Okay. But then here I don't have to divide, right? Because oh, come on, really? Took me a lot longer than it should have took. Yeah, like this thing with Python, it's not good. It just can't run time, so it displays something weird. Okay, given two list integers a and b representing sensor metrics, each list contains unique integers and a is not equal to b. One of the lists contains accurate sensor metrics, but the other one is faulty. The faulty list, one number that wasn't the last number was dropped, and a fake value was appended to the end of the list, returning the number that was dropped. Wait, isn't it always? Like, wait. Who's accurate? Oh, so we don't know who is accurate. Okay. Well, that makes things a bit more interesting, but I guess it just makes it we have to like write the same code twice, and then whatever works, it works, right? This is how it feels so far. M should be actually equal to M, but whatever. Yeah, no, again. Wait, the last one. Oh, so we don't, because we don't know who is the last one, right? That's. I'm trying to think like what is a way to code it with least bugs possible. And what I'm thinking is like, if they are equal, we just don't care about this part because it means it's the same. And once we are not equal, we have two candidates. This should definitely be B. I have no idea why I have two loops. I mean, two variables. Just stupid of me. Whatever. Wait, but in some cases we just can't restore the info, or can we? Oh wait, no, we legitimately can't. No, I mean 1, 2, 2, 1. What's you gonna do? What you gonna do? It could be 1, it could be 2. That just, I mean, you got the idea, right? It's just impossible to restore the value. Whatever, man. We're just gonna return something that works, and then we're gonna pretend that it should work. Right? So, what if there's no next value? What did I do? Oh, because it was not the last value. It still doesn't solve our problem, but we can just, at least we can say, Wait, we want to know who was dropped, so it's BG, else AI. Am I right? Oh, it's gonna tell us that not every execution pass reaches has a return value. Yeah, I just saw it. But that's stupid. It's like fake problem. If you have 1, 2, and 2, 1, you don't know which you dropped off. You could have dropped the first one of the first one. Yeah. Okay, we're going to discuss it later. Drop a while down the stairs. You're going to integer height in a list of integers blacklist. Cool name. You're currently standing at height. Nice. And you're playing a game to move a small ball down the height 0. Oh, I like games. Games are fun. In rounds, you can move the ball down 1, 2, or 4 stairs down. In other rounds, you can move the ball down 1, 3, or 4 stairs. There are some levels on the stairs where the balls will die. Balls are not alive, so they won't die. As labeled in blacklist, return the number of ways you can move around height 0. Remote the result by ones are just DP that is formulated more complicated than it should be. Actually, what if I just disregard? Wait. It's okay. Oh, okay, whatever. I just don't want to have much memory every single time because it can be quite slow. I mean, code forces, you want your code to execute fast for it to pass the time limits. On binary search, you want your code to execute fast, not to get lagged off because of the server load, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't really mind. It's always fun. I mean, I might complain. Okay, so speaking of which, all right, I'm gonna deal with the what turn it is at the end. So I may as well initialize it to this. That's nice. Is blacklist started? I don't know. Really, blacklist is a good name, but it's kind of a long name. So. Yeah, I guess we are fine with this one. So then what were... Thanks. Yeah, my fingers don't work after a long day. So I'm gonna see more errors like this. So we start with even route. Probably. I'm lazy, you can just write this. Whatever. Oh, I'm gonna run this because why won't actually be? No. Yes, would be begin. Actually, it would be better just to have one. True. How about true? If not s at I. Wait. So we have a delta, which is 1, 2, or 4 on odd round, even rounds, right? So DP, currently we have an odd round. It will have even round next time. It's not I, it's I minus j, I plus j. If I plus j is less than or equal to h, and I want to propagate forward. Am I going the wrong way? Am I going? Yeah, this should be the out. This should be this. It sounds like I just got to change this to 3 and then everything will be fine. Oh, I also need to change this and this to this and this. Apparently I also want to mod out the result, which is not really interesting, but I guess we have to based on how many numbers do we have. And also not as plus J. Is it guaranteed that blacklist contains no 0? It's not guaranteed. And yeah, it's going to take care of us. Just being not being slow where it can be not slow. How about that? What the heck? Makes sense, actually makes sense. Oh, I solved the problem. Cool. Let's go. So just like this, with 15 minutes in, we solved 3 problems, despite the lag that was somewhat present for Python. We give into the dimensional list of integers producers and consumers. Each element in producer contains start and jaws, meaning that during the inclusive interval, start to end, the producer produces jaws amount of energy. Similarly, each element in consumers contains start and jaws, meaning that during inclusive whether all consumers will be able to use the requested amount of energy during their intervals. That's, man, you really talking about it? Can I just play it back like with initializing lists? Do I have to do this? I think this never hurts, actually. What do we want? This is positive at this exact position. Then whether it's open or closed, we're not going to denote it like so. Negative this and this exact position. Or is it +1? Is it +1? Yeah, we cannot produce negative first, so that's what we want to do. Or do we want to process negatives first? What? Okay. And it should be quite. Although here it's the other way around. I have no idea. Huh? What? Come on, do I really have to? Should have just used pair, honestly. Oh, because later it does not decompose. What the heck? Should have just used in place back. Yeah, I'm really slow because I'm not very smart and I don't think at least several moves in advance. Okay, I guess this comes because we process this first. Oh, it really doesn't work. Okay, we got to be careful. Wait, what? But true is correct result. Is it not? Okay, whatever. Like negatives, positives, negatives. We want to process negative just a little bit later. And we want to process positives just a little bit earlier. I think so. And it's the usual thing. I may be wrong. Yeah, we already see. The heck, man. Oh, it made no sense to run. Why did I run? Because it causes lag. Damn it. I should have just rewrote it like this. Why would you ask? That's why. Do you feel the lag? Like, I typed this all a couple of seconds ago already. It's still going. Oh. That's so the idea. Like we had problems with floating point values. How to slot like faster than in 10 minutes? Wait, it's still incorrect. It actually makes me question my life choices. Wait, but it's true. No. Wait, stop it. From 2 to 3, there's nothing. Do we? Come on, do you really care only about like timeless moments that are integers? You should have really clarified this in the statement. That's just okay. Let's think it's true. What are we? When does it really end? Then should I just do this alt trick? Unfortunately, just submitting is faster than. I really don't understand how am I supposed to deal with this. Okay, like it's obviously doable. Let's think. What if we just say like all negative events, they happen 1 minute of time later. But then they happen before what actually comes positive to rescue them. They should happen 1 minute later. Also, this should happen. Am I getting any closer? Why? My result says previous. Because then consumers can just consume something like here. Well, I guess I understand why it's hard now. And this is what is expected, right? Then you got to be careful what goes where. Why don't I just add more params? Never been bad, right? I just want to know in which order I should process all this stuff. So what if I say this? Is it possible? Okay. Sorry that I'm submitting all this time and just faster than run. Run actually doesn't work. Okay, it's not correct because it returns false when expected is true. Because all the events happen. This happens and this happens. No, this happens and this happens, then this happens. But until the next minute in time, we don't care about this. So what if like only turning off happens 1 second later? Also here, turning off happens later. But it should happen before the turning off of this happens, right? Oh, it's actually wrong order. Is it just wrong order? No, it's not enough. Okay, so what order do events happen in? This happens, and this is scheduled for time 6, so this happens. And it says -3. And this should happen, and this should happen before this happens. Right, cool. It only took us 2 minutes, 2 seconds actually. All right, so I don't think we are any good today. Yeah, only 8th place for us today. Actually, team did really good job. Joffrey, amazing as always. It took me a while to figure out the order of the events for this one, but it's okay. I mean, it's better than last time. So with that in mind, let's walk through the problems again. This time I'm going to try to explain something, I guess. Oh, that is actually... Oh, okay. So it turned out, so yeah, it makes a difference like in only one case. Okay, so what is this problem all about? You probably know about two-sum problem when you're just interested in like how many pairs of ij there are such that ai plus aj, sorry for my age, plus aj is equal to some value of k for some fixed k. I don't know, 17, 65,537, whatever. 42, I don't know, 23, whatever the value of k is. The usual approach works is to create a frequency map. I actually did it terrible way, but never mind. So we create a frequency map which stores like how many values, how many I such that AI is equal to something. I don't know, like something different from K, actually key. So it stores these values. It's what I did here. What I would have done in Python in one line, but here we get to do it again. And then what we do is we don't have all that many powers of 2. We only have 32 of them that fit into integers. And judging by the signature, it got a bint. So I can just look through all of them and count. how do I count? And like, the way I did it's pretty bad, but you can do it this way also. So like you can loop over all keys and values in this frequency map and you think like, okay, I have that many choices to take such an element. If I want sum to be equal to k, or specifically, yeah, k is 2 to the power of I. Okay, I is actually different from that I, but so 2 to the power of m for some m. So what would be the second integer if one of them is key and second is k, and the sum is k? Well, obviously it's k minus key, k minus key. I believe that's the right way to pronounce it. I'm sorry if you've been yelling at me for the past like 3 attempts to pronounce it right. I hope it works now. So take just frequency array and this, multiply it by frequency array and this. And I just say like, okay, what if I just take the sum over all key values? Let's say small case you get to consider when key is k over 2. Because then not all of the pairs work, because you can't take I equal to j. So I actually thought of this in advance, although the statement actually said different in the beginning. So because it's just usual things that you get to worry about if you write it this way. Another way to write it is, yeah, okay, we're not going to talk about this. So this is actually is our content because you don't care about the order, right? So you get to take 1/2, and that's what I do at the very end. Not to like you just can take 1/2 after the sum, not not divide each element of the sum, right? So yeah, so this works like in n times w. W is the work length, or in our case 32. Problem to drop tensor matrix. So this problem is actually incorrect because if you have two such arrays, which value did I drop? So they don't say anything about fake value, right? So you may say like, oh, you drop like this one is the correct list, and you dropped one and appended to one to the end, right? So you can say one, but I can say no. This is the correct list, and I dropped 2 here, and I appended 2 to the end. So it's like non-winnable game in such case. If you consider it to be a game, then you can't win it. That's the rough reality, I guess. So yeah, just oh, I don't need timer anymore, so I can actually make myself a tiniest bit bigger. I'm not sure if you actually see me like bigger, but I mean, I'm gonna find out before before I get to see the recording. Okay, so yeah, so in such a case, you don't understand what to do, because they don't say that fake value is not equal to the dropped element. So yeah, but with this case, with this thing out of the way, it's actually pretty easy. Like the way I did it, I don't know why I did it this way. I was just not thinking. You clearly don't need this. You don't need this. I'm gonna tell. This while loop may as well just be for loop. Here you just continue normally. Yeah, this is literally all you have to do. And here, this part is not reachable, but I have to -1 just in case. Yeah, just you can see. Nice. I don't know that I have to say anything else. Obviously, in Python, you can just zip and enumerate. It will be much easier. But yeah, so that's what we can do. You can also do some weird stuff like return if that and that. Otherwise, return that. It's up to you. Like I don't necessarily like it, but I don't mind. This you can take it. I'm sorry if I'm causing lag to anyone who is still writing the contest, but yeah, that's life, you know. The one who finishes early can enjoy a piece of cereal for themselves. Yeah, so this is, if you fought it correctly, it's a nice problem, yes. Here you can also do it nicely, so way to not overcount is to do this as you go, you see? And then P gets incremented by C at K minus, no. I believe it is this way, or these two have to be the other way around. And then you can get rid of this if you do it like this. What is 2 to the short 2? It's 0, right? Oh, no, I did it again. No? Okay. Do I have to make these statements? No, I don't. I really think that I don't have to do this. Oh, makes sense. What is the chart? What is the chart? Really? Wow, that's amazing. So actually, like, because this is kind of slow, you wanted to do it the other way around, right? That's so fun. Actually, yeah, you can't do it this way. It's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't know what to say. Like the fact that the ordered map is just so slow that you, I would say that binary search servers are slow because like 32 times 100,000 operations, it's 3 million operations with an ordered map. That's like nothing at Codeforces. I don't know. It's maybe, no, it's the worst case. It must be like 100 more seconds. What if I actually say map? I doubt that it's gonna be faster. I really doubt. No, it's not faster. Okay, so really, you really had to do it the other way around with one ordered map. Cool that I did it, right? I mean, I was not thinking about it. I just accidentally choose that way. Could have chosen another way. Who knows what would have happened? Here, been just standard dynamic programming. Was different that you want to know like whether the current turn is even or odd, and then you just have like the same dynamic programming that you would usually have. It's like one height, well, height 0. There's one way to end up here and up here. Where height 1, from here you can go here, from here you can go here. Height 2, from here you can go here, from here you can go here. And also, if you're currently even, then you can move here. I guess you don't really see this all kinds of errors. So I'm gonna do it in the different color. So like these moves you can always do, and if you're even, then you can also do moves like this. The difference, like with the I write bottom up, so I actually think this way. Where are you going to end up? That's how I think. So I just propagate further, just plus equals everywhere, and then I'm modding out. Right. So I'm modding out this way because I don't really trust their source. And maybe just, yeah, like usually you would not do that. It's usually not necessary, but it's faster. And because modular operations are really slow, you don't want to do that. And that's just a nice way to write like kind of Python style for range-based for loops. No, for each in C++. And then I also need like who is blocked in the different format so that I can check whether a number is blocked in all of one in constant time. So that I create like just a frequency array in this case. Yeah, that's just check to see if this is not hit. I guess there's not much to change. It just works. Yeah, it just works. Boss version work really quickly because it's DP, right? What do you do? You can't slow down DP, just. And here you just needed to figure out the correct order of events that you want to process them. And like all of these kinds of questions, when you asked about process some events of intervals, what you do is you say like, okay, here's my line of time. I'm gonna have some consumers, their delta is negative. I'm gonna have some producers, their delta is positive. And tricks begin when consumer, because yeah, if you don't have any tricks, I mean, if the problem does not have any tricks, you can just say like, okay, at this point, my production goes up by the specified value. At this point, it goes down. At this point, it actually goes up because like the load decreases, right? I'm gonna, I didn't thought it through. Let's put it this way. So that I have to draw. Whatever. Let me just redraw this because it was bad. Here, I know, here. Well, let's actually make this tricky so that you can see the problem. No, the first thing is going to be not tricky, no tricks. Because no tricks for this one. Goes up, goes down, because like one of the producers turned off. Goes up, also goes up, because one of the consumers like stopped using electricity or whatever reason, they went to sleep, or I don't know, they just decided to save our planet and use less electricity. You know? Again, it goes down, maybe by a different value, of course. It goes up, goes down. But there are tricks. So like in this case, you just process them in linear order, and you make sure to process like, if you had two events at the same time, you make sure to process negatives later. Because like because you always check if balance is negative. I guess the other way of doing this is to group events by time. And I'm not really sure what to expect here. So normally you want to produce negatives earlier. And normally this is done automatically because negative values go before. If you forget about this part, then -1 after we sort at the same time, it comes before +2 and before +1. -2 also comes before +1 because it's just usual sort. lexicographic. If the time matches, then negative by default is first. But there are tricks, and tricks are situations, my friends, like this. So this is actually fine, because apparently our customers only use electricity at integer time moments, which is actually true if you think about everything in like nanoseconds or whatever you think about them. But it's not true, obviously, in reality, and I think it's badly worded. Because for me, it's by default, I would assume that people use electricity continuously. Although it's physically not true, but like you don't care about that level of physics in your everyday life. So you really got to specify that when you have a problem like that. So the trick is like if it's time moment 17 and it's time moment 18, so apparently no one used any electricity between 17 and 18 o'clock. I think you guys call it like 5 and 6 p.m. So nobody used any electricity between 5 and 6 p.m. They just used like 10 megawatts at 5 p.m. and another 10 megawatts at 6 p.m. Actually 10 megawatts is a lot. Megawatt hours. I'm bad at physics. Let's just face it. Like I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is the correct unit of time. Don't blame me, okay? I had other important stuff to do during physics lessons in school. So probably nobody used electricity here, so we don't consider it like a power failure. We just say like, oh, well, at 5 p.m. we have a producer that can provide you with whatever you need, and at 6 p.m. we also have whatever you need. So we're gonna add +1 to every producer's end time to make them like this. But actually, we make them like this. Make them half open. This alone is not enough, because you want to make sure that then this up is processed before this down. You see, when we did this thing, what actually happened is we took this and we said like, no, now this negative delta is here, 1 ahead of time. And we also took this and we said like, now you are ahead of it, 1 unit ahead of time. So that's just like a different color of green. This fade period here and this fade period here. I know you really don't see the difference between this green and this green, but they are different. At least I think that any girl would say that. So let's yeah. Now the thing is that now you want to process this and this in correct order. You want to actually process positive first. So that's why I needed second parameter here, and here. I just wanted to specify some order. I believe this 0 and 2 was enough, but maybe actually near these two. So yeah. Actually, I was just randomly changing values until it worked, because I was like pretty sure that one of the orders will work. I just got to figure which one, and then I just used some dark magic to figure out faster than with full storage. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. Despite slight lag at the beginning, I think it worked mostly fine. It costed. Is there such word, or is it costed? I don't know. I think it was like 1 minute or at most 2 minutes of rewriting my Python code in C++. It's okay for me. I mean, it's always not what I would like to see, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's fine enough to record videos about it. So yeah, that was it for today. I believe my submissions on binarysearch.com are public, so we can check them out. And I will be posting, I don't know if I really, guys, like I feel that a good editorial requires a lot of time, like at least half an hour. For me, like I have 5, I guess, top editorials out of the short team that I wrote. And all the top editorials that I got required me to like work for at least half an hour. So that's why I really don't like some of the editorials that pop out straight after the contest ended. They're just not that good. Despite that some really good people write them. I mean, they even sometimes clean up their code, but it's questionable. I would say that it's an easy way for good repetition, but it's not a way to a top editorial. So I guess if you feel differently, but that's what I think. Like, it's really easy to make a small mistake in the editorial, and like if you're an experienced participant, you just catch all these mistakes and you think the guys really should have spent more time. That's why I don't write many editorials on binamysearch.com. But hey, you can always ask me in the comment or in my Discord server. So I hope you like it, and I guess if you want to see more, you can subscribe, something like that. So yeah, I'm actually closet so that we can talk in person. So yep, here we are in our our lit studio, and you can see light bouncing off my head. That's okay. I hope you don't mind, guys. I guess it was an interesting contest, pretty standard though, but that's sometimes it's just what you see as the interviews. You don't see like some weird DDP stuff. You just see normal event processing, but then you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, that was kind of educational. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another @Coder contest, @Coder regular. If you have any questions, you can always say them in the comments, or you can join my Discord server. The link will be in the descriptions as usual. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Jumping out.